The thing is, when you get these people, these CEOs and stuff like that in business, or the business leaders into government, they're going to learn how the government works. They are going to be planting seeds. They're going to be doing future negotiating. Now, I'll tell you, I'm really hoping I am way off on this. I really hope I am. First, I'm hoping Trump would be more like a George Washington type of person. I mean, we, after all, after the Revolution, the American people wanted George Washington to become our king. We're so used to kings, we thought we wanted him to be a king. And he wanted the best for the United States, the American people. And he knew a king wasn't the way to do it. And that's why, he did what he wanted to do, and he wanted out afterwards. Okay, I'm hoping Trump will be the same way, because I think it was Benjamin Franklin or somebody said that the best president is somebody that never wanted to be president. And I'm hoping Trump has got that, that type of mentality. It's not that he wanted to be president. He knew to fix the problems he has to be president to fix the problems. Many good people have tried to fix problems in the Congress and Senate. And once they get up there and get in position, they turn out to be just as crappy as the rest of them. They're unable to get anything done. And even I mentioned that I thought about running for president at one time, and that's because I knew if anything was going to get done, I'd have to be someplace where I wouldn't have to answer to everybody else. And that's what politicians do. They answer to everybody because they're motivated by greed. And that was the main reason why I liked Trump, because I was under the impression greed wasn't his motivation. And I mentioned that when Hussein in Iran, Saddam, when we went into Iraq, they found pallets of $100 bills. After you have everything you possibly want and could imagine, how many pallets of $100 bills will it take to make you happy? Okay, I am thinking Trump is like that. He's got everything that he could possibly want, and now it's not a motivation factor of greed. Now it's his values and morals are going in. I noticed he hasn't said anything about doing the morally proper thing. And I realize in the United States, I get people here on making comments, and they don't even like me talking about morals. They say, well, you think you're up higher than anybody? I don't think that. I just think I try to improve my morals, in which I believe the better ones of us try to improve. Like I say, my morals are nothing like they were when I was 18 years old. We try to improve ourselves. Now, Trump's been in different situations than we have, so I'm hoping he has developed a moral standing. I mentioned in business, a good business, if there was 5 of us in business and we all made money, that's called business. I'm not saying we have to make a lot of money. I'm just saying we've all come together, all 5 of us come together to try to make a profit. That's business. That's good business. Okay. Now, if on our 5, one gets screwed, it's not a business anymore. What it is is for taking advantage of one. It's not a business. Business, everyone involved profits. I told you I've had restaurants. My restaurants, everyone involved in the restaurant makes money. My dishwashers, the wait staff, the cooks, everyone makes money. We're all in business together on this thing. That's what I try to get across, and that's what you see like Walmart. They don't call them employees, they call them associates. So like I say, they want people to feel like they're part of the business. And that is what I did. I want people to be part of it because we're all going to benefit out of it. That's why the way I look at the United States of America. We all are going to benefit as Americans. So the concerns I have is when he can do it. He can turn this country around. As our leader, he can turn this country around. The problem is, after he gets it turned around, what direction will we be going at that time? That's my only concern. And that's my only concern about having all of these CEOs in the positions that they're in now. He laid the groundwork by saying they're not going to be able to do any lobbying. So that's one part. But like I say, there's still a lot that I don't understand. I do wish, and believe it or not, morals and values is used in business. Big business, no. Because, like I say, they're focused on the stockholders. So I don't know how that kind of stuff is going to change. All this really, it does concern me. And the thing is, Trump has done good for this nation already. Just his running for president, he said out loud publicly where everybody could hear it, the same thing that I know most of my viewers, we've thought about it, and I bet you we've talked about it, but we weren't able to get the exposure as Trump was. But like I say, I've never heard him say anything new to me. I mean, these are all things I've been saying. So I'm sure you all have been saying and thinking the same things. Now, this is why I said it's going to be our responsibility to prosper. Once Trump takes office, there's going to be changes. He's already said there's going to be less regulations. And I've mentioned before, I left the United States because of regulations. My businesses just kept getting more and more regulated that it got to the point where I couldn't run them anymore. And at first I thought, well, it's just for the younger people. It makes room for the younger people. And then what I've noticed is the younger people are more apt to get on their knees and kiss ass because that's all they know. They don't see the leadership coming out. Like I say, I've talked about it, the schooling. Even schooling of, you don't fight because, hey, it's if you fight, it's your fault. They don't look to see whose fault it is on this fight. Whoever's involved, it's all their fault. That's what I talked about in Guatemala. There's no such thing as self-defense. We don't have a right for self-defense down in Guatemala because it's illegal to hurt somebody. So that means anybody that fights, they all go to jail. And that's what's been going on in our nation now. So it's going to be hard. These young people, and I know many of them know what they see is wrong and they want it corrected. And I'm hoping those are the people that are going to stand up strong and make something. They really are going to be the ones that are going to have to buck the system. And that is what Trump has been doing. And like I say, so whatever happens, he has brought it to everybody's attention. Now, it's out public. Now, what are we going to do about it? First thing, we need to make sure he gets in office. And the next thing, we need to prosper. We need to make it work. But we can't make it work unless the government will get out of our way and let us prosper. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.